You don't have to be feeling me. I can go feel myself. All that. Well, I shouldn't be uncomfortable. All that talk about getting kicked in the dick. I have a hernia right now. If you kicked me in the dick, you'd be doing me a favor. You'd be putting everything back where it's supposed to be. But I'm kind of happy because I usually stand around like this anyway. I had to leave Los Angeles anyway. I had to go someplace where I wasn't violating any restraining orders. No, it's this great, beautiful bartender, and we're not near any playgrounds or schools. Kaboom! I don't know. I mean, it starts off innocent enough, just a little online dating. Does anybody do online dating? I had to stop. It turns out the girls never look like their pictures. Am I right? You think you're going to meet this really hot 14-year-old cheerleader? Is that gross? I mean, 16. She should be able to drive herself home. And you go to meet her, she always ends up looking like this 50-year-old FBI agent. Kaboom! And she always has 4 friends who look just like her. Total buzzkill. And it turns out all their fantasies aren't what you thought it was anyway, which is terrible. I can't find any other dates to watch cartoons with. Kaboom. No, the worst, I'm just learning all sorts of things about women. Because, the thing is, my mom died about 5.5 years ago, and they always ask me if she suffered before she died. I always say no, because she never heard me do stand-up. But I realized I had to start meeting more women because I knew she was in heaven watching me and got tired of her seeing me touch myself. Kaboom! I'm just kidding. If she's in heaven, she wouldn't see anything. Kaboom! No, what I learned is, like a lot of women, they say they're so lonely they wish they had a stalker. Turns out they're just kidding. Wow! Kaboom! That gets so awkward sometimes. But seriously, I don't need to stalk anybody. Seriously, why would I stalk anyone when I just bought a $3,000 telescope? Kaboom! I've seen you shower. You're getting a fried shaver. I pay attention, but isn't it weird, guys? If you don't notice anything about a woman, you're a typical man. If you notice too much, then you are a stalker. You can't tell a woman, you know what? They freak out when you say, you're not wearing that again, are you? They freak out, and I think, you know what? I spent all day waiting in your closet, and this is all you can say. Kaboom. Sure, I look familiar to a lot of you. Because I look like Drew Carey after chemo, or Powder without the tan. Uncle Fester after a good night's sleep. Kaboom! Some people think I look like a serial killer. I just play one on television. America's Most Wanted. I hate that show, especially when they get my name right. Kaboom! Actually, I was on a show about OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. It's called Obsessed. Right? Does anybody know what obsessive compulsive disorder is? People do things in patterns. Yeah. You think these jokes are bad? I've got to go home and say them 3 more times. and do the kabooms with my other arm. So then what happened? But I was on the show called Obsessed because I have a cluttering problem. You know, I hang on to things. I like to save things. And, it's bad because I've lost a lot of girlfriends because of it. You know, and then when I find them, I forget which bags I put them in. Kaboom! That's why I was like, well, the good thing is I got a medical terminology class now, which was important because now I can finally label everything that was in my freezer. Kaboom! Thank you. Yeah, medical dysfunction. Medical dysfunction is good. You just have to make the most of it, you know, if something's wrong with you. Got on TV, make some excuses, you know. Some people think I might have Asperger's or something, or some kind of autism, you know. It doesn't really hurt my feelings. Except, well, sometimes I get a little bit miffed. I have to go outside and read my favorite phone book. Or a few license plates. Some people think, maybe that's why I don't feel cold. I read this in all weathers. They say, Richie, aren't you cold in this weather? I said, no, it's fine, because I work for LA County, and those orange jumpsuits get so hot during the day. Kaboom. And I said, Richie, should you really be here? I said, no, it's fine. My side of the freeway is completely clean. Kaboom. And they said, well, Richie, how'd you get such a great job with the county? I go, well, I used to be in phone sales. I said, that's right, ma'am. For $10,000, you too can have your daughter back. So, no, it's fine. She doesn't remember a thing. Because I'm figuring if you're having a good time with a girl, you really need to ruin it, by waking her up. It's not all about me, right? I mean, people try to get on my case, but I can only take so much responsibility, I only put the pills in her cocktail. I didn't tell her to drink it. Kaboom. Anyway, but some girls, you don't want to get with them. Some girls are just all attitude. Some girls are always answering a question with a question. She say, how you doing? That's always, how'd you get in my house? Kaboom. Or why are you following me? Or hey, girls have got none of these, you take the socks out of their mouths, I hear yes, but I want to talk about work. I don't care how many girls have cookies you sold. This is just boring. I know, carbohydrates are disgusting, but I tell her, honey, you're lucky I got you before diabetes did. Because without legs, you're not hot at all. It's not, but insulin's not a problem because I'm a phlebotomist. I can phlebotomist is someone who draws blood. I can do that. It's really cool if you're the goth chicks because you can make your own. Kaboom. Yeah. But they tell you these stupid rules. They say, they tell you where the veins are, which takes the mystery out of getting to know someone. And then they tell you the girl's got to stop moving before you stick her. That's so right, isn't that stupid? You keep sticking her, she'll stop moving. This is important because I'm an EMT. Aren't you? Well, it's great. It's great because that's a band girls haven't seen me in yet. And it's important because you're working with a partner, you know, and that you need that because, you know, a job is hard to hold down, and so is she. Kaboom! And you that, well, especially in LA, like girls, you know, they're kind of phony, you know, when they find out it's not really an ice cream truck or it's not a real Rolex. Or the gun's not real. You know, they start to complain, oh, you know, the closet's too dark, the handcuffs are too tight, oh, your urine tastes funny. Kaboom. Well, like I said, I'm a sensitive guy, you know. I said, you know, that gun might be plastic, but my feelings are still real. And when you start running into traffic and flagging down cars, you know, I feel like you don't even like me. Kaboom! You know, because I'm not picky. I even like, you know, I watch the WNBA. Well, you know, because I have sympathy with big girls, and besides that, you know, if they're lesbians, they can help me work on my car, or we can trade Birkenstocks. But the thing is, I like it because, you know, believe it or not, I was a little bit of an outsider. Kaboom. You know, I remember a lot of them in high school, a lot of those big girls, they had a hard time fitting in, you know, to my crawl space. And I'd make them feel good, you know. I'd say, you know, don't get down on yourself, you know, because you're the only thing that's keeping this car from fishtailing. Kaboom. You know, and sometimes they get upset, you know, they beat their, you know. I said, you know, and I stopped them. I said, no, I owe you a lot. I said, this parking lot is so big. If you weren't, I would never find my car if you weren't banging on the trunk. Kaboom. Gas prices. You know, it's funny. Just so you know, these are just jokes, you know. If these weren't jokes, I wouldn't be here. I'd be at Chuck E. Cheese. Or I'd still be online. Or I'd be at home cleaning my mouse costume. He's like, and you understand, these are just jokes about little girls. I couldn't, really, you know how hard it is to put roofies in Capri Sun? Well, I don't, because I'm not into that stuff. You know how hard it is to show someone what you want with a Kermit and Miss Piggy doll? Well, I don't either. Yeah, LA people always, you know, they're sort of, they know my ass. They say, oh, Richie, going to Los Angeles, you're just taking a bunch of bodies out to the desert. I say, you know what, with these gas prices, I can't even afford to light them on fire. Pardon? Trabajo. And, you know, we had a Mexican comic here, you know, we always talk about the food jokes, you know. I get sort of annoyed with that too. I like what you, well, we go to a Mexican restaurant. I said, are you kidding? Have you looked in these kitchens? They're all Mexican restaurants. Kaboom. You don't believe me? Go to a Panda Express and ask them what part of China they're from. Never mind. Kaboom. But when they say to me, Richie, you've abandoned lots of people in the desert. What do you think about illegal immigration? I said, you know, I love those little illegal immigrant girls because before you put them in the trunk of your car, they always think they're going someplace better. Who knew trabajo could be such a great pickup line? Sí se puede. Kaboom. Can I tell? Well, no, this is not. No, because I know ethnicity is important because I'm half German. I'm half German, so it's really hard. It's hard to be friendly. You just can't say hi to everybody, or I'll have one of those. People about this tall. I'm also half German. I mean, half Jewish. See all this? Yeah, I know. Well, I used to do triathlons. When they found out who I was, they threw me the markers and here, put the numbers on yourself. Kaboom. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so I don't mind, and as a German, it means a lot of my relatives were black when they came out of the oven. Kaboom. And so my girlfriend is from Cleveland. I want to mention this because I don't know if you know, Cleveland's sort of the forefront of the civil rights movement. I don't know if you knew this, because they had the first black serial killer outside of Atlanta. Oh, one of the first. I don't follow it as obsessively as I should, but, and I didn't think, I thought it was a great step forward. I didn't think it was possible, because, you hear all these stereotypes. I figured if he's a black serial killer, he'd have to tell his friends, He'd have to say, haven't noticed how white girls die like this? Oh, I'm so sure. You're not going to strangle me. That is so gross. And black girls die like this. Oh, no, you did not just try to grab me by my weave and choke me to death. That is the I'm just playing. I can't kill me no sister. How am I going to bury me a sister and have that big old booty sticking out of the ground? Shit. Kaboom. I think I've alienated everyone. Pardon? Oh, okay. People, now just in closing, what to leave you with besides duct tape? Oh, yeah. What to wrap up with besides duct tape? No, people always wonder why I do the kaboom all the time. It's just, I'm very sentimental, And a lot of the women I've been with, that's the last thing they ever hear. Kaboom! Anyway, so that was my. Thank you guys have been very patient. Thank you for not calling anyone during my set. Let me bring out the next comic. I think is Las Vegas legend. Give it up for Gooch, everybody.
I knew Raider fans were fucked up, but my God.